What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got a scene from Dexter happening here. You know, we're just going full Dexter. Anyway, this is gonna be the new studio. I've got a new channel. I'll announce once this paneling is up. I'm trying to. It won't be fully operational, but it'll be broadcastable. So I'm hoping to be able to be doing some videos through here. And this one is on cryptocurrency. And if you're not into cryptocurrency, I'd encourage you to stick around for like next 3 minutes, because I think that this will give you a mental model where you can just watch it. It can be on your watch list. It doesn't have to be in your portfolio. There is a halving cycle. When Bitcoin first came out, being that's the first cryptocurrency, it's still the Mac Daddy, it's the granddaddy. Satoshi, whoever that may be, it's an anonymous creator. Some people say it's the CIA. Some people say it's Russia. Some people say, no, it's just an anonymous creator that was done with fiat currencies. Anyway, I'll leave that up to you. But he created, or that group of people created, a halving cycle, an inflationary amount of coins that came to the market, not all at once, so that it could be adopted. So what occurred there is, it's got a hard cap on Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoins. And initially, you've got these laptops and computers finding blocks called the blockchain, doing transactions, basically solving math problems. And for the fastest computer, they get rewarded in Bitcoin. And originally, it was like, man, when my buddies were mining, it was like 1,800 a day was coming to market. Way more than 1,800 a day. We can back it up. Currently, it's 900 a day come to the market. Every 4 years, it halves. The block reward halves. Typically, halfway through the halving cycle, you go into a bear market. What's occurring is there's more coins coming to the market than there is buyers for the coins. And the electrical costs at the very peak of the pricing action about equals what a coin is, because as the coin goes up in price, more people are competing for it. As the coin goes down in price, people have to be economic about it and be like, does it make sense to burn $50,000 in electricity if I can only mine half a Bitcoin? Well, no, you would just buy a Bitcoin, right? So it balances itself economically. For you guys that might not be interested in it yet, I want to put this on your radar, because the halving cycle, 18 months typically after the halving, is about halfway through the next halving, because every halving happens every 4 years, is when you'll see the bottom of that run. Now, the thing with cryptocurrencies is it goes up and it goes down, but it slowly continues to roll. And so you're not seeing 2011 prices anymore. You're not seeing 2014 prices anymore. You're not seeing 2018 prices anymore. But sometimes there's a scary crash. And you can pick it up at a few years ago price, not like 10 years ago price, never like 5 years ago price, but typically you can pick it up at some cheaper prices. This is why, if you're not into Bitcoin or crypto, it's interesting to watch for, because as the Bitcoin halving cycle goes, all other cryptocurrencies to this point still follow grandfather Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin goes into a bear market, all other cryptos go into a bear market. It's a great time to buy. It's a fabulous time to buy. A lot of stuff that might be selling for $200, $300, $400 a coin right now, you might see it for $50, $25. I mean, you might be able to just back it up, knowing that the money will get harder. And by harder, I mean the inflation rate will drop. So the next halving is going to be 450 coins a day. And then another 4 years will go, and then it'll be 225. And then another few years will go, and it'll be 125. And then a few years will go per day. And eventually you get to 21 million Bitcoins. But 20, 30 years from now, you get to a half a Bitcoin being developed like a day, almost a year at some point. I think I'll be alive when it'll be like for annual production of Bitcoins will be like half a Bitcoin. Like that's like 25 grand a day, 20 grand a day, right? So it's possible that you could buy an entire year's supply of Bitcoin as a normal dude now. And if you hold it for 20 or 30 years, treat it like a government bond, you might have an entire annual supply. Your family might have access to an entire annual Bitcoin supply. Now, it might not be a thing at that point in time, but it could be a very big thing at that point in time. That's why it's still a speculation. But these halving cycles are interesting. I genuinely think that we reached a double top in Bitcoin, hit around 63, 66,000, dropped down to 30, came back up, went right around that 60 mark, came back down, and now it's been chilling in a range. Could have a blow off top, what they call a blow off top, where it just goes to 100 real quick and people are like, holy cow, I bought this for $5,000, boom, let's sell. And then it's also a 24/7 live market. They don't shut this thing down. If the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones drops by 20% in a day, boom, they pull a kill switch on that market, shutting it down. If there's a bad event that happens, they shutting it down. Crypto runs 24/7. So if you're looking at where we sit in the halving cycle, got 900 coins a day, selling for about $40,000, $50,000 a coin. You don't have to buy a full coin. You can buy parts of coins. And it's possible that we're getting at that spot where there's too much inflation to maintain a $40,000 or $50,000 price. And you gotta cut the inflation, daily inflation, in half to keep it there. Typically what happens is the old highs become the new floors. Like the old high was 17,000. That's pretty much the old floor these days. We haven't seen it in a while. I would expect it to be down in that range. If things get really bad and you have a 1929 moment, might have a chance to back up the bus at $5,000 a Bitcoin or something like that. Where do I think Bitcoin's going long term if it continues to be a thing? You got $1 million Bitcoin easily. Like, I know it's crazy to say now, but like first time I saw it, I thought this is going to be $1 million. Like, this has to be. There's only 21 million of them. If you're trying to squeeze that much monetary energy into it, at the same time fiat currencies are devaluing in nature. Yeah, I mean, the setup is beautiful. But back then, it was like, you get 5,000 coins coming to the market a day, 2,500 coins coming to the market a day, whatever it might have been. And so, will it support $100 price? Will it support $300? Oh, it'll go to 300, but there's so many coins coming to the market, so many new buyers. But at this point, 19 million coins have been mined out of 21 million. That's why I bring this up, is because we are getting very close to like most of the supply being mined. And so we're not trading big swings. 5-6 years ago, when 50% of the supply was available, 10 million Bitcoins were in existence, there's still 10 million to go, and there's a high inflation rate, you get swings. But now that it's like, now you only get 900 a day coming to the market. 2.5 years from now, you only get 450 a day coming to the new market. 4 years beyond that, so 6.5 years, 7 years from now, you only get 225 new coins coming to the market. It makes the margins tighter. You're still gonna have swings, but like there's not a ton of coins coming to the market like back in the day when there's 10,000 coins a day coming to the market. When I think it first launched, it was like 10,000 coins a day. So, after a month, you got 300,000 coins on the market or whatever that was at the beginning. So I put it on your radar because I think that it's possible we could see a .com like moment where Amazon goes to $120 a share. It drops down to $6 a share. Today, it's $3,000 a share. I could see Bitcoin being in that $120 moment right now where it's possible that bad things could happen. We could have this crash, a stock crash, this 1929 moment. It seems like all the ingredients are existing for this. Not yet, but maybe in the next year or two, we could maybe see this moment happen. And all of a sudden, you could see a $40,000 or $50,000 Bitcoin going for $5,000. $3,500. And if you know what you're looking at, when everyone's going, oh, it failed, I knew it wouldn't work. Like when I first saw it was $3. It's up 1,000x. If it hits 3,500, it's up 1,000x from where I originally saw it. And if there's a moment to back the bus up one more time, I know where this thing's going long term. I got conviction on that. I'm gonna back the bus up. Back the freaking bus up, bring a couple trailers, and leverage as much as I can to grab it. Because right now, I think it's frothy. A lot of people own it that don't have a lot of conviction. A lot of people are new to it. I think that there's a point, and you got 900 coins a day coming to the market. I think that there's a point where you could see that happen. And it's not quite mainstream yet. Big companies with billions of dollars on their balance sheet have a hard time convincing their baby boomer investors, like, hey, we should buy some Bitcoin. They're like, get out of here. We're not doing that, even though it's the best performing asset for 13 years now. So putting it on your radar. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you for liking, sharing these videos, subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the comments.